Hey guys, Ivan here with another video for today, and I had to make another video because we got some more bodybuilding drama, and we're gonna start with women's physique. Alright, so to be completely honest with you guys, I don't follow women's physique a lot. I do think that that's maximum muscularity that a woman should have. I don't know why they brought women's bodybuilding back. It was discontinued for a reason, but yeah, that's a topic for a different video. In this one, we have something very interesting. So again, I don't follow women's physique and I don't follow Sarah Villegas, to be honest, but I saw this on the Instagram account of Dusty Hanshaw, and he says, I had always heard that Sarah Villegas was an unpleasant person, but I never based my opinion on what others say. Thankfully, she posted this on her page today and proved the rumors true. Can't buy class. Swipe to see. Alright, so I swiped to see, and it was her with all of her Olympia medals. By the way, in the caption of this post, Dusty says, funny enough, her page went private after posting this, so I'm assuming it went over exactly how I would have hoped it would. What is Dusty talking about? Well, we can see it on the next page, and basically, here is what Sarah Villegas says. 7 Olympia medals and all-time winningest with 4 gold. I run to the fire, not from it, bring it on. What's next for me? If you know me, you already know the answer. I'm definitely not going out by a lightweight Olympia champion, not a typo. I'll leave you all with this. The way you do one thing in life is the way you do everything. Rewarded or not, shortcuts will always catch up. Alright, so what is happening here is Sarah Villegas is calling out Natalie Coelho for using SEO, for using Synthel apparently. So myself, as the so-called expert on SEO, I need to check this out, to examine this, so let's get into this, guys. Alright, so let's start with the front double bicep, and I gotta say, if Sarah didn't do this, women's physique would never be on my channel here, and probably many other channels. We'll see who else is gonna cover this, but yeah, let's take a look. So, front double bicep. Do I notice any SEO on Natalie here? I mean, not really, maybe. Her quads have pretty good sweeps. Now, I'm not sure exactly what her quads looked like a couple of years ago or last year. If the sweeps just appeared out of nowhere this year, then maybe it is SEO. I don't know, but does it look like SEO? Not really. It looks good here in the photo, at least. And she won the Mr. Olympia, so it's obviously not bad. I mean, Miss Olympia. Sarah doesn't have great sweeps. Her quads are pretty flat. So maybe that's why she's jealous of Natalie for having a good quad sweeps, but how she obtained them, I don't know. It looks good here. Is there oil in Natalie's glutes? I don't know if that will make sense in women's physique. I know bikini and especially wellness girls do a lot of SEO in their glutes, but in this division you need separation in glutes, so I don't think they're doing that. I don't think Natalie is doing that. I don't see that. I don't think anybody's putting SEO in their hamstrings. I don't see any SEO here from the back, to be honest. So yeah, I guess what Sarah is referring to is Natalie's quads. Is she really putting SEO in those quads? Well, let's take a look at her quads from a couple of years ago, from last year. Okay, so here's a photo from 2023. If she used SEO, she used it at the time because she still has this sort of round shape to the legs. And from what I can see, this does not have to be SEO. I mean, the shoulders, the arms here also look pretty swollen, the legs as well. Is it the SEO? Who the hell knows? It could be just the shape. Maybe Sarah knows something we don't know, but I mean, look at Hadi Chopin. The guy is winning the Mr. Olympian, placing second with a whole bunch of SEO, obvious SEO in wherever, guys, like shoulders, lats, arms, you name it. So, as long as it's done properly, and not even properly, but like to the limit where it doesn't look too weird, it's okay, it goes. Now we can talk about Sarah's behavior. And yeah, I gotta agree with Dusty Hanshaw. This is definitely classless. I mean, she just lost the Mr. Olympia and this is what she's doing. Definitely not cool. If you check the comments, you'll see a lot of people from the industry calling her out. Basically, Dusty here says, me and the boys on It's Just Bodybuilding couldn't have been happier seeing you get what you earned. talking about Natalie. By the way, tomorrow, guys, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there's gonna be a live on Think Big Bodybuilding YouTube channel. I'm gonna do a live with Dusty, Ron Partlow, and Scott McNally. So, guys, you can join that live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyways, if you check the comments here, you'll see, for example, Ian Wallier saying she's insufferable, Jordan Hutchinson saying classless, Brett Wilkins saying loser mentality, and then Jose Raymond, who has pretty much similar mentality like myself, saying, I was also confused by the post, where exactly does she think there is oil? And I already addressed that. I'm guessing it's the quads or maybe some other body parts like shoulders and arms, but I don't know, guys. I can't say for sure. And what Sarah is doing, posting this kind of stuff 3 days after the Mr. Olympia, not cool. Not cool, guys. I guess we have another Derek. Derek of classic physique would be Mike Sommerfeld, and Derek of women's physique would be Sarah Villegas. You guys tell me down below whatever you think. Alright. The next thing we got is finally an answer from Nick Walker, the first post he made. And yeah, of course, he posted it like 2 minutes after I made my video today. But never mind, I'm here making my second video, so let's read what Nick Walker actually has to say. So he says, Olympia weekend feelings. First and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to the Olympia for putting another blah 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 blah. Now for the fun part. Kyle has already basically explained everything if you guys haven't seen it just yet, but to sum it up, the peak just didn't go as planned. After the weekend and finally letting the emotions sink in, upset, angry, disappointed, and feeling all of the emotions, it sucks working incredibly hard all year for the final few days to not go as planned. And it's very emotional to say the least. This is Kyle's first Mr. Olympia show as a coach, first 2-day show, first time peaking at night, so a lot of new stuff. Friday was definitely not what we wanted, but we came back and improved for Saturday. Notes have been taken and we have a plan set in place, so now we move on, move forward and continue to focus on getting better. But it for damn sure felt amazing being back on the stage regardless. This will just motivate me to work harder. For those that supported me and have been following me for years, thank you all so much. All of your messages have been nothing short of amazing and motivating for me. Now we get back to work. Alright, so at this point you guys probably already know my opinion. First of all, the last thing he said, it was great to be back on stage. He enjoyed the Mr. Olympia experience. I don't believe that for a second. He definitely did not look like he enjoyed any of it. He didn't enjoy it because he knew a week out that he won't be ready. So this whole story about the peak week going wrong, I don't buy it. I don't see it. It's not the case. And also saying that his coach can't peak him for a night show? What the hell? I mean, I'm sure it's complicated to peak a massive bodybuilder like Nick Walker, but also the guy has crazy genetics. How difficult can it be to just bring him in lean? Also, I worked with a lot of people and they have competed in the morning and in the evening, so I don't think it's that much different to pick somebody for the night show or for the morning show. It's not that huge of a difference, especially if you're comparing his Nick's Pittsburgh Pro look and Mr. Olympia look. It's night and day, guys. Now, I read a comment somewhere in my video, somebody said that Nick was like at 98% at the Olympia here. And I'm thinking, what the hell are these people talking about? This is not 98%, not even close. If it is, then I feel sorry for Nick. If this is him at almost 100%, just peaked wrong. Come on, this is him not in shape, not even close. This is not just a peak week going wrong, this is a complete disaster. He needs like another 3 or 4 weeks of dieting to get really ready for the show, and then also a good peak week. So, you guys know my opinion, it's different from what Kyle and Nick are saying. I don't know why they're saying this, I mean, especially Nick. If he's saying that this was him with good condition, just with the wrong peak, then this is not looking very good for him. If this is actually close to him being ready, I hope that's not the case, and I don't think it is the case. In my opinion, a Nick Walker that nailed the peak and also got in shape, in condition, is like top 2 or top 3 worst case scenario at the Olympia. But hey, that's just the way I see it. You guys can disagree with me if you want. Now you have Nick Walker's answer, finally something from him. I'm sure he's feeling terrible right now, but he's gonna bounce back, I'm sure. I can see him doing the Arnold Classic and winning that show. Hopefully, we'll see. Whatever you guys think, tell me down below. Alright, and the last thing we got is some more drama, guys, and this is something I did not expect from Chris Aceto, especially now after Ramon Dino just won the Mr. Olympia. So I'm gonna show you a part of a live that Aceto did with Dave Palumbo on the RX Muscle, actually Heavy Muscle Radio podcast, where he talks about how Chris Bumstead and the other classic physique athletes cheated at the weigh-ins. And they did not let Ramon do the same thing. Basically, Ramon did it fair and square, and the other guys, including Chris, including Mike, cheated by wearing wigs. Let me play this for you.
And he was extremely dehydrated. And we walked in late to the weigh-in, and they weighed him in, and he made the weight. So because he was so depleted, apparently, he went and they measured his height, and they said, "You're not tall enough."
Oh my God.
And just a little tidbit, there were two people in that room checking that height and weight. One was Chris Bumstead, one was Hanny Rambod. Like
they were worried about him.
Like Logan Franklin, who said that Ramon Dino would not make the weight. He thought he wouldn't make the weight. But nobody expected him not to make the weight.
Right.
So when they heighted him in, not only did they height him in, his feet were held on the platform.
Are you serious?
So that he would not cheat. So this is why this is the best show on in bodybuilding, Heavy Muscle Radio. That's a fact. His feet were held. There are rules. Only this year, this past week, do I see pictures of, at the same show, Chris Bumstead wearing a wig, being measured in this much taller.
You mean last year's show?
No, it was 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years. So you're at the same show you're talking about, the same show.
Ago.
Okay, the same
and
show.
And then last year we saw, the weird hairdos on, the Liberace hairdo on
Hers.
And we saw the woodworker hairdo on.
You're funny, Chris.
Mike.
Very, very interesting. As you can hear, this happened 2 years ago when Ramon Dino actually made a weight, but for some reason they measured him, they heighted him in shorter than he really is. I heard about this story before. I think he was like half a centimeter shorter, and he had trouble making the weight because of that. And then after that, he somehow made the weight. He did something drastic to lower the weight, but it was problematic. And basically, as Chris says, there were two people in the room checking Ramon's height, and that was Chris Bumstead and Hanny Rambod. And now you have Chris Bumstead taking photos with Ramon, congratulating him, presenting him with the award, and donating more money to the prize pool. So yeah, I don't know what to think about this, honestly. It kind of felt to me like Ramon wasn't feeling it when Chris would congratulate him, hug him and all that. I thought it was just the rivalry that was still alive, even though Chris is retired, but maybe it's not that. Maybe it's this one event when these guys really wanted to make sure that Ramon is not measured any taller than he actually is. So much so that he actually held his feet to the ground. What the hell? I mean, I went to a bunch of weigh-ins for different shows, but I never saw this happen once. I mean, I can see a reason for that to happen if somebody is, for example, I don't know, trying to cheat and they want to stop him from doing that, but I don't think Ramon tried to cheat. And also, Chris says that Chris was wearing a wig, and so did Urs and Mike Sommerfeld as well. So it's interesting that Chris Aceto is saying all this stuff now that Ramon finally won, not before this. I don't know, guys, what to tell you. You tell me, what do you think about this whole thing, about Sarah Villegas calling out Natalie Coelho, and also about Nick Walker's statement down below in the comment section, guys. Also, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel for more content like this, and see you soon, guys. All the best. Bye-bye.